safe, Marco.
Oh, my mom is the strongest woman I know.
She should be running.
This is not about my family. This is a tough business to run for president.
I know. You're a tough guy, Jeb.
And we need to have a leader that is real tough. You're never going to be president of the United States by insulting your way to the presidency.
Let's see. I'm at 42 and you're at 3. So far I'm doing better.
Doesn't matter.
So far I'm doing better. You know, you started off over here, Jeb. You're moving over further and further. Pretty soon you're going to be off the end.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back. So today, I'm taking you through some of the most unhinged, jaw-dropping, and honestly kind of legendary moments from one of the wildest political eras any of us have ever lived through.
The single biggest liar. You probably are worse than Jeb Bush. You are the single biggest liar.
All right.
This guy lied. Let me just tell you. This guy lied about Ben Carson when he took votes away from Ben Carson in Iowa. And he just continues.
Love him or can't stand him. It genuinely does not matter for this video, because what I cannot do is sit here and pretend these moments weren't absolutely must-see television. I've gone back through the archives, rewatched way too many clips for my own sanity, and pulled together the ultimate collection of times Donald Trump threw the rulebook completely out the window and the internet had a full meltdown. Unscripted one-liners, bizarre physical comedy, press conferences that turned into reality TV. It's all here. Get comfortable, because we are getting into it right now.
250 million people are not garbage. I can tell you who the real garbage is, but we won't say that.
So I need you to stop whatever you're doing and really take in what's happening here. This man, the President of the United States, is hanging out of a garbage truck window in a high-vis vest, struggling to reach the door handle, taking questions from the press. Not in the briefing room, not at a podium, from a garbage truck.
My garbage truck. This truck is in honor of Kamala and Joe Biden. And Joe Biden should be ashamed of himself if he knows what he's even doing. And she should be ashamed because she shouldn't let him do it. She's the vice president, but I assume she's acting as the president. She should never have let that happen.
I genuinely did not have this on my bingo card. And yet, the moment I saw it, I thought, yeah, this is exactly on brand. The reporters down below just had to go with it. What else were they going to do? You can't prepare for this in journalism school. Nobody warned them. This is one of those clips I keep coming back to, because no matter how many times I watch it, I still can't fully believe it happened.
But it was just a statement that he made. He's a comedian. What can I tell you? I know nothing about him. I don't know why he's there. You put comedians up, and I guess he went on earlier in the show. I don't know who he is.
Thank you, press. Thank you, press. Thank you, press. Thank you. Thank you, press. Thank you, press. Thank you, press.
Don't worry about that, baby. I love babies. So I love babies. I hear that baby crying. I like it. What a baby.
Okay, so this one. The timing is what gets me every single time. A baby starts crying somewhere in the crowd, and he does what every politician does, right? Goes into full charm mode. And then, I'm talking literally seconds later, he completely reverses and tells them to get the baby out of there. The crowd doesn't even know how to react at first. That switch from performed sweetness to zero patience happened so fast that half the room was still clapping from the first time.
What a beautiful baby. Don't worry. The mom's running around like, don't worry about it, you know. It's young and beautiful and healthy, and that's what we want. Actually, I was only kidding. You can get the baby out of here. That's all right. Don't worry. I think she really believed me that I love having a baby crying while I'm speaking.
Peace Prize because he has brought not only peace in South Asia, saved millions of people, their lives. And today, here in Sharm el-Sheikh, achieving peace in Gaza is saving millions of lives in the Middle East. Mr. President, I would like to salute you for your exemplary leadership, visionary leadership, and I think that you're the man this world needed most at this point.
I need you to watch Macron's face during this. Because what starts as a totally normal diplomatic handshake between two world leaders slowly turns into something that looks like a public arm wrestling competition. Neither of them will let go. Both of them are pulling. Macron's knuckles are actually white. I remember watching this live and thinking, are they okay? Is someone going to step in? It went on long enough to become genuinely uncomfortable, and then somehow even more uncomfortable after that. The fact that this is just two presidents saying hello is the funniest part of the whole thing to me.
Oh, they don't have water. That's okay. What? Oh, it's okay. Oh. The days of the United States being taken advantage of are over. In China, we also announced $250 billion worth in trade investment deals that will create jobs in the United States. From China, I flew to the city of Da Nang in Vietnam to attend the leaders' meeting for APEC.
So for context, back in 2013, Marco Rubio gave the Republican response to the State of the Union and had this incredibly awkward moment where he lunged sideways for a water bottle mid-speech. It became a meme instantly. Most people eventually moved on. Not this guy. He brought it back on stage and turned it into a full performance, dramatically splashing water around, leaning into it completely. And I think what makes it work is the commitment. He didn't just reference it, he reenacted it. He made it physical. That is a level of petty that honestly takes dedication, and the crowd ate it up entirely. I genuinely cannot explain this one. For weeks leading up to the eclipse, every scientist, every news anchor, every optometrist in America was saying the same thing. Do not look directly at it without protective glasses. It was the one thing everyone agreed on. And then he walked out onto the White House balcony, took his glasses off, and stared straight into the sun. Staff were visibly trying to get his attention. People were pointing upward like, "No, sir." He squinted up anyway. At a certain point, this stopped being a news story for me and became something I can only describe as performance art. Unforgettable. When Hillary Clinton had a health episode and stumbled at a public event, most politicians would have left it alone, or at most made a quiet comment. Instead, I watched this man walk across a rally stage and do a full dramatic reenactment. Full staggering, full flailing, complete commitment to the physical bit in front of a live crowd. The people at that rally were going absolutely wild. Meanwhile, somewhere out there, a political science professor was staring at the ceiling, having an existential crisis about their entire career. The line between politics and vaudeville was fully erased in this clip, and I'm not sure it ever came back.
She was screaming for her child, who was a weightlifter, a real good one, and she got up, and she grabbed it. She grabbed it. Oz is a big physical fitness guy, and she got it. Come on, baby, you can do it. The mother's screaming. The father didn't care because he doesn't believe that his daughter can beat the person that's coming up next. The father's saying there's no way she's beating that guy. So she gets up and and she's ready. Now she's just got to do that fun. She's almost home. 1/8 of a pound more in each. 1/8, just a tiny little bit. Come on, darling. The mother's screaming like crazy. Darling, I love you, darling. Mama.
Most politicians, when they want to make a point about a policy issue, they give a speech. They put out a statement. They do an interview. This man got on stage and acted it out physically. Full grunting, mock weightlifting, the whole theatrical production. And I'm sitting here watching it thinking, regardless of where you stand on the actual issue, this is not something that happens at a normal political rally. He turned a policy position into a one-man sketch show, complete with sound effects.
The guy could have lifted another 150 pounds. The whole thing